Hey guys, it's Jay here. Today I'm going to give away one of my best sellers, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it. And that is actually our round LED light. You get these, the lenses actually are in them, so it actually makes it super easy to prepare the image or whatever it is you want to put on these. And this is, don't know why I'm giving it away, but I am. But this is one of our top sellers. I'm going to put a link in the description where we actually to the actual lights that we use. And this is the lenses here. And then right here, these are actually 60 centimeters. So these are perfect to process on a 6090 printer. And I'm going to lay one out right now. I just need to grab a couple of measurements and we'll jump over to the screen viewer. So we have the lens here. To get these to print perfectly, we want to measure the circle on the outside of the lens, which is, I'm in the land of inches and feet here, guys. It's actually 23 and a half-ish. And then I want it to land here. You can see this ridge, so we measured to this ridge here on the bottom. Now we're going to measure to the top of this bubble. And we are 21 and 5/8 is what I'll call that. So we'll jump this over to the screen viewer. I'll show you real quick how to lay out a logo or a saying on these lights. And then don't jump away yet. There's some tricks and some things that we've learned over the years to get these things to print even better. Be right back. Okay, so this is the logo that I'm going to use. And then I'm going to reconfirm my measurements. I know I gave them to you guys, but okay, 23 and a half. So I'm using Corel Draw. I'm going to go ahead and open up a circle tool here. Boom. And I'm just going to make this 23.5 by 23.5. Okay. And now my top circle, because this arcade retro logo here is this, I don't know, is that dark blue behind the actual logo. So we don't want this to spray over on the sides of our lens. So the inside circle that our printing surface is actually 21 and 5/8, but just from experience, I am going to make this 21 and a quarter, and I'll explain that better when you can actually see the thing. So we'll just make this 21.25 by 21.25. Okay. Now we're going to take this logo here. I'm going to group it together so we can move it. It means it's a very high quality vector image. This is not a low quality JPEG. So try not to do anything with like thumbnails. You'll get customers that just send you a thumbnail and go, here, print this. Here, make this. And you're like, I'm sorry, but I can't. Okay. Right click on this doodad, power clip. We're going to power clip inside of this. So are we happy with the placement of this and the size of this? I am actually very happy with how that fell out. But if not, we can always click on this and click to select the contents and we can make it larger. That's fine. So we'll click here, file, center it in the circle. That's great. You'll notice here, there's still this black outline. So we'll click this. We'll go over and get rid of this outline. Now this right here is going to be our registration. Okay, we have to have this on the print to keep registration. Otherwise, this will print off of our lens. So essentially what we're going to do is I'm just going to select everything on the screen. I'm going to press the letter E, then the letter C. So this is what we're printing. And then this is going to be held as registration and where we don't want to print. We also don't want to print this little black line here. So I'm just going to click here and then on click here and hopefully, yep. We need to change this white, or we say, hey, I don't want to outline. So no color, no outlines. Just say, hey, let's just let this know this is here. And this is 23 and a half inches. Now, since I'm printing on something that's white, we don't have to do a spot channel. But if you wanted to do a spot channel, you guys could check my video link. I'll be up here somewhere right here, and I'll teach you how to do a spot channel in Photoshop. That's the best way to do it. All right, so I'm going to go to File, Export. This new N10s will allow us to print JPEGs, so I prefer to just do JPEGs. So export and do JPEGs, and export. Okay. I like to export as RGB. And okay. All right, that's it. All right, so I'm sorry about the noise in the background. It's a print shop. I have a huge DTF order. gang sheet print that we've got to print, so I'm in here babysitting that while I'm making YouTube videos. So this is the lens, right? And the reason why I brought the image in is because I don't want overspray the ink to come down over here. Now if we do have overspray that comes down over here, there's a quick fix to resolve that issue. And if that happens, I'll show you how to do it. If not, I'll just tell you how to do it. Okay, so the number one trick to printing on these is when it sits like this in the middle sags like this, and it's possible that you could go off focus from the middle here to the top here because you only have about 5 millimeters of printing area to print on this. So the number one secret that took us too long to figure out was this. My scary jack-o'-lantern here. This is actually printed with our fluorescent inks that glow in the under ultraviolet light. They're really, really cool. You should check that video out. But anyways, what we do is we take scrap stuff that we've made that's mess ups or whatever. You see this one's kind of gross at the top here. And we use these to build up a platform like so. And I'm using this guy because he's 18 inches and we have 22 inches. So that's a nice sturdy platform, and you might be able to guess what I'm doing this for. To set our lens on. By the way, I didn't record this process, but every time before you go to print a really good color flag, then check your nozzle. You make sure you have a good nozzle test. Here's on the back here, you can see these lines. This is running the Epson 1600U print heads right here. You get yourself a good nozzle test. If you don't know how to do that, I have videos teaching you how to do that. Go back in the archives and check out. Now, so this is the 23.5. We want to put this in our zero lines. Now, I've made this print 24 by 36, which you can see in that video. I'm tired of telling you guys that. So my zero line is actually on my machine setup. It's going to vary from machine to machine. Vary on machine to machine, but my zero line set in right on the edge of this aluminum. So I know if I just take this right to the edge of the aluminum, that starts my 23.5 this way. And then same thing true this way. Those are our 0 points. So when you get your machine, you want to print a square or a rectangle out, just an outline on your bed, just so you know where your 0 point is. And you need to know how to move the 0 point. Like I said, I have videos showing you how to move the 0 point, but you're going to want to move the 0 point so you know where the zero lines are. So I'm going to assume if you're watching this video, you already know this stuff. We're going to go ahead and get this ready to print. Now, our inks are good enough to stick to this without a promoter, but if you're selling these for a high dollar, you're going to want them to last as long as possible. Get yourself a good promoter. I'll put a link in the description of this below, but this one's for plastics. What I do is I put it in a spray bottle. It has a smell to it, so you might want to wear a mask. And I'm just going to spray lightly. Mist, that's it, over this. And then don't dry it up, I'll kind of smear it around. And that's it, that's how. So I applied the promoter, and that's just going to help our inks to cure to the plastic better, so we get an even better print adhesion on this, so this hopefully should last even longer for our customer. Now we're going to get this in focus. Okay, even though these machines have infrared sensors to give you, to check out, to make sure they're in focus, make sure they're not going to hit your print heads, I still don't trust it. I wouldn't trust it if these were a Mamaki or a Roland either. I always like to give the eyeball test just to make sure it's not going to hit anything when I print, because these things could be cocked or weird or whatever. It's printing on any surface. It's just a good idea. Always use your eyes just to verify. Okay, so this is printing with the Epson i1600U print heads. It prints probably 30–40% faster than the XP600 print heads. The print quality, in my opinion, is the same. You're just picking up speed if you want to upgrade to the much, much more expensive print head. I'm sorry guys, I forgot I don't have the battery life, so I'm not going to be able to show you the print here. I'll let you see it a little bit, but we're going to have to turn the camera off. Alright, so here's the print. Now stick with me and I'll go show you how to finish this project up. Okay, so you're going to want to do this on a workbench, but we need to get the lenses in this. You'll notice if you all the way around, it's nice and smooth. This is the bottom. It's where the water drains out because these are outdoor, indoor lights. There's a seam right here with screws. So you're going to want to take off with a Phillips head screwdriver, not a flathead screwdriver. Apologies. You're going to take out these two screws. Now stick with me because yeah, I'm going to loosen these two screws, put the lenses in, put these screws back in. But there's still a problem that you don't know about that you're going to need to overcome, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's take these screws out. And that creates this seam so it'll open, and we can put our lenses in these little slots here, these channels. Okay? Up at the bottom. Okay, so this is a double-sided light. So we want to make sure our, well, I'll just show you here. So we have, exaggerated. So if this were straight out like so, right, it would be straight this way. Look, it's off from our legs. Okay, so then our logo would be crooked, right? And then say we get it perfect, it looks great, and then we come around to the other side and look, it's crooked. Okay. We're going to line that up perfectly. And what we have lucky here is this just rotates like this inside of here. What I suggest is a T-square. I'll put a link in the description to a T-square because these things are awesome. They come back to my drywall and carpentry days. Okay. Make sure you guys can see here. And we'll take this as a reference. The legs are sitting on a flat surface. And this is coming square off of said flat surface. So we have a reference line. We're going to rotate. This one I want the bottom of RK here to be level. Okay. I don't like that. We want the top of the triangle. Alright, so now we can see this is perpendicular from the square off the table to the top of the triangle. Perpendicular. Okay. Now we just put these screws back in. Okay, so now this is actually ready to pack up and ship out to the customer, or maybe they come pick it up from you, I don't know. So that we can paint this with a spray paint, this metal. It's ready to paint with any of your favorite metal spray paints. If somebody wants this to be black or gold or whatever color they might want to be. Oh, maybe you guys want to see this thing turned on. So let me take you into a dark room. Ooh. Take you over here to our little break room. Not much of a break room, but it's a room where we have a microwave. So it's the break room. Okay, so these work on standard 110 volt, 120 volt electricity for the US and I believe Canada and Mexico. Okay, well, there you have it, guys. It looks a little bleached out because of the camera. I can see it, of a viewfinder I can see, but it's not that bleached out. Now I suppose if we wanted to print white behind these black areas, and then make the that'd make the white area pop out a little more because this would be more dense and harder for the light to get through. But hey, that's on. You're going to see this from a mile away. We actually have some out in our shop in our little tiny podunk town, or whatever they call it. Okay, so overall, guys, this project took me maybe a half of an hour from start to finish waiting on the machine. It took about 8 minutes to print one lens, 8 minutes to print the other lens, because I'm running 6 passes with these 1600 heads, and it's super duper fast. If you were going to do this on the XP600s, it probably would have taken 14 minutes, 15 minutes per side to print. the total cost is these are $150 plus probably 25 cents in ink, 25 cents in promoter, and they sell for $300 to $325 for a custom LED lit sign like this. So there's a pretty good margin there that you guys could earn. I hope you guys found something useful. Maybe you'll try this. Let me know in the comments below if you guys try this project on your UV printer. Yeah, that's it. Well, I'm Jay. This is my to-do list. Thanks for stopping by.